Join me as I dive into a scary story that's so creepy, it might just haunt me forever. As I sit here in the dead of night, surrounded by the flickering flames of candles and the ominous shadows on the walls, I know that I'm about to share with you a tale that will send chills down your spine and make your skin crawl. It's a story that will haunt me forever, and I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to shake it off. In the sleepy town of Ravenswood, where the misty fog creeps in like a thief in the night, there lived a young woman named Sarah. She was a curious soul, always rummaging through the dusty shelves of old bookstores and antique shops, searching for relics of the past. One fateful day, she stumbled upon an ancient tome bound in black leather, adorned with strange symbols that seemed to whisper secrets to her. As soon as she opened the book, she felt an unsettling presence watching her, as if something was waiting to pounce. At first, Sarah dismissed the feeling as mere paranoia, but as the days went by, she began to experience strange occurrences that couldn't be explained. Doors would creak open on their own, and the sound of whispers would echo in her ears when she was alone. She tried to brush it off as the old house settling, but deep down, she knew that something was amiss. As the nights drew in, the occurrences escalated, and Sarah started to feel like she was living in a waking nightmare. She would find strange symbols etched into the walls, and the shadows would seem to move of their own accord. She knew then that she had unleashed a malevolent force, one that threatened to consume her very soul. The strange happenings continued to intensify, and Sarah found herself trapped in a cycle of fear and paranoia. She would hear footsteps in the dead of night, and the sound of her name being whispered in the darkness. She tried to convince herself that it was just her imagination, but the presence was too real, too palpable. It was then that Sarah stumbled upon an eerie photograph hidden between the pages of the ancient tome. The image showed a figure standing in the very same room where she was sitting, its eyes black as coal, and its face twisted into a macabre grin. She knew then that she was staring into the face of pure evil, and that her life would never be the same again. But it was too late. The evil had already taken hold, and Sarah was consumed by an unholy terror that threatened to destroy her very essence. She was trapped in a world of horrors, and there was no escape. The last time anyone saw Sarah, she was running down the streets of Ravenswood, screaming at the top of her lungs, her eyes wild with fear. Some say that on certain nights, when the moon is full and the mist creeps in, you can still hear her screams echoing through the empty streets. And that's the story of Sarah, a cautionary tale of the horrors that lurk in the shadows, waiting to pounce. But I have to warn you, once you've heard this story, you'll never be able to shake it off. It'll haunt you, just like it haunts me. So, if you've got a scary story to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you're feeling brave, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be diving into another terrifying tale that'll leave you sleeping with the lights on.